How's it going? Oh, I got a little frog in there to clear. So I thought it would be really fun since I haven't done this in a while and tarot is one of my greatest passions and joys to do a little live reading for you. Also, I'm launching my online tarot course. I just did a pilot, just finishing the pilot now, and it's amazing. I love it. And I'm going to be launching the full 18-day course starting February 25th. So if you want to join in on that, DM me. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've got here let me show you the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And that's what I'm going to be reading from today. And I absolutely love this deck. I've talked about this deck before. I really like that it's very body conscious, body positive, and also it's all powerful women in this deck. And it's also ethnically diverse. Yeah, I really like it. So, I mean, it does have I've definitely seen that there could be more room for more ethnic diversity in this deck, but you know what? No deck is perfect, and this is, from my opinion, with all the decks that I've worked with, the one that is more egalitarian than most. So that's what I'm going to be using today to read for you guys and gals. All right, so we've got here this beautiful quartz crystal, just purifying the deck for a little bit because I felt like it needed a little bit of love. And what I'm going to do is just fan the cards out. All right, and we're just going to kind of glide our hand through the cards. I'm feeling here, right? Definitely. All right, we're gonna do like the cards of the day today. So let's see, where else are we feeling? Are we feeling here? Yeah, I'm feeling like somebody watching this video is gonna be saying, pick this one. So there we go. There's a second card. Feeling like somewhere towards the back, somewhere over here, there's gonna be a jumper somewhere here. I feel it. That's what I call them. I call them jumpers because sometimes a lot of times actually, when I read cards, they do jump out. All right, so here we go. We've got our 3 cards down. I'm just going to, I wish we had an extra arm. Like, I think humans should have had an extra arm. It would make so much sense right now, right? One arm holding the camera, the other one fanning the cards, and the other one just like moving those other cards out of the way. Okay. So here we go. We've got our 3 cards. And I just want you to meditate a little bit on these cards here. I'm gonna add some symbols here to the cards. What else do I have? I have my cauldron. There we go. Card number 3 can be the cauldron. All right. So there we go. I want you to really just take a few moments to meditate on which of these cards, even though they all look the same right now, is speaking to you more. Here I've got this beautiful citrine crystal. I love it. It's very phallic. And I have this beautiful quartz crystal. Love it, love it. I think this was a gift, actually, when I did a tarot reading for somebody. She gave me this as a gift, so I really appreciate that. And then there's the cauldron, and then I got like some random stuff on my coffee table, like cream and things. Live in chaos. What are you going to do? Okay. So here we go. We're doing our card of the day. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. All right. So we've got our cards. We're picking one, and we're going to give a little intuitive interpretation of that card. I'm also going to welcome you to work with this card for the rest of the day. And the way you do that is, the first impressions that come through the card, I'm teaching this in my tarot course as well. First impressions that you get from the card, you're going to just write down in your tarot journal, and then you're going to see how that card manifests for you throughout the day. So what lessons the card is bringing to you, and it's a way for you to get to know that card, that archetype of yourself more intimately. All right, so I invite you to do that today with this little reading. So the first card, if you chose this one, is the Hanged One. All right, so you see that this card is actually in its reverse because in its upright position, it's like this. And I really love how this is called the Hanged One because in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you're going to see this as the Hanged Man. So, very, very much ignoring the feminine. But this one is the Hanged One. It's cool. She's got these fishnet stockings. She's badass. It's awesome. But it actually came in the reverse. So what I'm getting with this card is that, there could be a decision. I'm getting either two things here. There could be a decision that you're really taking your time with, and, you're feeling like you just don't have enough clarity or even motivation or spark to follow through with that project or that thing that you know that you need to do. And, you're just feeling like this decision is totally out of your control, so you're just going to leave it to divine will. And when that happens, the universe has a way of bringing in very quick, very rapid, and almost merciless tower moment manifestation. So, if that's the route that you want to take, then that's fine. But don't get all freaked out when, you've got that tower moment when things just like blow up in your face. Not literally, hope not. But it can happen that way. So here with the Hanged One, that's what the message I'm getting is that there's this decision that you really just want the universe to take care of because you don't feel enough internal strength to do it yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm feeling that, when we feel that way, it's just because things haven't shifted very clearly in the sort of like the backdrop of where everything's taking place. Things just haven't like those like, I'm looking at puzzle pieces. Those puzzle pieces don't quite fit yet. It's like they're still being like molded and refurbished. So it's fine to, to not feel totally ready to make that jump when that's happening. And I also feel like it has to do with themes of control. So, I'm definitely one of those people where I really freak out if I have a sense of not having control over something. So, this is a great lesson for me as well, is to, trust that things are going to always work out for the greater good. And a great compass for that is to follow our joy in every moment. And that's really the compass towards our truth and our dharma, our purpose, is to follow that excitement. That excitement really leads us to those places of real clarity. So another message with this card that I'm getting, because it's in its reverse position, because it didn't show up like this, where this person's just hanging and waiting, I'm feeling like also you're standing up now. You're like, okay, that was enough hanging on this decision. Now I'm going to act on it. So what I'm going to do with this card is I'm just going to draw one more clarity card. I'm just going to choose here from the pile. Let's see which one wants to come out. Clarity for this card. Ooh, look at that. The Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay, so with this card, this is deception. Somebody's trying to get away with something. Somebody's just trying to get away with something. So maybe you told a little fib, or maybe, it's what you didn't tell, or what you didn't say. And that's related here to this card. So, this is also you deceiving yourself, not being totally honest and forthright with yourself. And it's time to just lay all the cards on the table. That's really the message here. So if you got this card, meditate with it. Yes, unconscious denial. I like that. Yeah, it could be something in the unconscious that you're not aware of, but now that you're looking at it, it's going to become conscious. Totally. So meditate on this card today, and on the Hanged One and on the Seven of Swords. Swords is also the mind. So this could all be in your mind, right? You could be making it way bigger than it needs to as well. But meditate on these cards and see how these cards show up for you today. And let me know. I totally want to know how this manifests for you, because this is one of the lessons in my tarot course that I'm really excited about. And what I'm asking people to do is to ritualize the cards by, meditating on them throughout their life, throughout their day, and seeing how they show up for them. Yeah, and I agree, Bounty Beats. We're all going through a lot of this energetically, totally. There's so much in the unconscious that we're not aware of that we need to bring into the conscious by, looking at it. And I think this is a great tool to do that through the cards. So there's our pile number 1. And now we're going into pile number 2. ooh, I got this guy earlier today, and I was like, I don't know if he's for me. I'm going to put him back in the deck, and he totally is. He's showing up again. So here with the Devil card, a lot of people get a little freaked out when they see the Devil. This is one of the two cards that people get freaked out about. The Devil and the Death card, I find people freak the hell out. Like how we did that, the hell out. But, there's nothing to fear. This card is actually incredibly powerful. It is the first stage of consciousness of bondage, is what they call it. So it's, having awareness and consciousness that you are in bondage. So how do you free yourself if you don't know that you are in chains? Right? So this is a great card to really meditate on if you're finding that you're feeling a sense of imprisonment. Like I'm looking at the Eight of Swords now. The sense of like self-sabotage, this sense of self-imposed bondage, and not the good kind, not the kinky kind, like the shitty kind. So with this card, I'm getting a few things actually. Yes, the truth will set you free. Totally. If you look at the mudra, so the mudra is the hand position that he's making right there in that card. This hand position, you'll see a lot of celebrities doing it. They think they're freaking cool, and they're like, oh, let me just put out some esoteric mudras out there, and people are going to think I'm part of some secret cult, and I'm super special. Like, honestly, I don't even think that's going on. I think they're just full of themselves, but this mudra is about things. So the mudra actually means that what you see is all there is. And if you look at the Hierophant's mudra, which is the complete opposite, the Hierophant's mudra in the tarot is that what you see is not all there is. There are deeper layers of truth. So this is really cool to ponder, is that maybe somebody is trying to, I feel like somebody is inviting you into knowing them deeper, but they're just not sure if you can handle their truth. That's really a message I'm getting. So they're showing you what you're prepared to see. They're showing you all they perceive that you can handle. So yeah, that's kind of the message I'm getting here with this card, is that, this is an invitation for you to go deeper, but not to not get distracted, and yes, Ashley, you're right. They probably are all, doing some pretty shitty stuff. But I say don't get caught up in even putting your energy there, with this stuff, because that's ultimately what they want, right? Because if this is truly what they're doing, there's energy vampires out there too. There's people that just like, they're succubuses for energy, for your energy. And where attention goes, energy flows. That's a huge message coming through right now. Where attention goes, energy flows. So be very mindful of where you put your energy, because even if you're, bringing something to light, you're still putting your energy there. You're still giving it power. You're energizing it. So another message I'm getting here is to look at where you are giving away your power, where you're giving away your energy. And how to know that is use your emotion as a compass. So if you're putting your attention towards something, are you feeling good about it? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling strong and powerful? Or are you feeling shitty and drained, right? That's how you know. If something is energizing you, that's where you want to put your attention. If something's depleting you, you want to take it away from there. So this could be a person, this could be a thing, this could be a situation, this could be anything. But also, this is the card that represents the astrological sign of Capricorn, right? So you could be dealing with a Capricorn energy. And the reverse of this card is Gemini, which is so funny. My brother is a Capricorn. I'm a Gemini. And we're literally night and day. We're total opposites. But there is something that, really brings us together. And I feel that it is this deeper searching for truth, right? Like this deeper searching here. It's funny because yesterday we were watching something on TV. And on the show that we were watching, it was like some kind of music show, like people were singing. They had the reverse pentagram. And I pointed it out. And I'm like, look, it's the reverse pentagram. What's that doing there? I'm like, they're totally harvesting energy. And my brother's like, oh, Kaya, you just look. You look for things. Like, you look for things to find meaning in, you know? You're always searching. And totally I am. But, you know, he had a point. It's like, you really need to be mindful of where you put your energy, because everything is made up of energy. And I feel to some degree, especially those that aren't totally evolved, that we vampirize other people, and sometimes unconsciously, you know, like when we take their hand and we're like, look at me, listen to what I have to say. And there's a part of them that's like, no, like, I want my energy back, you know? And I feel like we do this unconsciously because we want to help people. We want people to, you know, to be enlightened, to be inspired, to be guided by us. We want to be of service, but we really need to be mindful of how we're doing that, right? And if people are not feeling energized around us, if people are yawning, you know, or physically moving their bodies away when they're around us, like, that's some real, you know, direct message there that they're sending, that you're not feeding them. You're not energizing them. So, you know, if you love people, let them be energized. And if what you are giving or providing isn't coming from a place of love and bounty, then move away. So that's my message. And I'm going to do that too. I'm going to be mindful because, yeah, for sure it can be vampiric, right? For sure. We all can. But it's being conscious of it. You know, if people are running away from us, don't chase them. Maybe they're not in that frequency, you know, that like compatible frequency state where the message you're giving them can be received, and they're just feeling drained from the message, right? I mean, that happens all the time. This is why, like, I feel I don't have 10 million followers, and why, like, somebody like, I don't know, Kanye West has, like, I don't know, 3 trillion. And it doesn't matter. It's not a numbers thing. It's not a competition, but it's like, what's the message that you're putting out there that can be digested? And a lot of this stuff, it's, you know, it's stuff that has taken, you know, a millennia, like through ancestral lineage, through ancestral awareness, through dharmic alignments and blah, blah, blah. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? So some messages are easier to digest than others at the end of the day. Yeah. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed that. I don't even think we need clarity for this. I think we went deep enough with this card. Thank you. Yeah, the Devil card. An invitation for us to go deep. An invitation for us to look at this mudra that says that all you see is all there is, and lift those veils, because this card, you know, I mean, this could show up as a person, could show up as a theme, as a situation, but I feel more than anything it shows up as an invitation to go deeper and to start lifting those veils, and you will see them as you are ready. You know, just yesterday I was talking about how I really miss seeing ghosts. Like, I've seen ghosts. They're not shadows. They're not see-through. Like, they look like you and me. They're totally dense. Like, their matter is dense. I can see them completely. And it's been a while since I could see like that, you know, and the message was, well, maybe you're not ready right now to see like that. You know, I was definitely in a different state of mind. No drugs, too. It was totally just natural. It's a natural state that induced that, but it was being in a place where I could handle it. I can handle the truth, you know? I think, yeah, maybe now I'd get freaked out, even though I'm always like, oh, I want to see. Maybe now I would get a little freaked out. So I see them in different ways now, in very sublime ways, but not in the ways, you know, that I want to see them, because it was so significant, so powerful and special the way that I did see them. So, anyways, that's card number 2. Card number 3 with the cauldron. What did we get? Oh, how beautiful. The Empress. Yes, I love her. She's awesome. And then you see she's got the emblem of Venus. Venus comes up a lot. Yeah, I love Venus. Such a powerful star and planet. You know, she rotates like anti-clockwise to all the other planets. She's pretty powerful. She's a total goddess, does her own thing. What impressions am I getting here with this Empress card? It's all about being in your power. It's, you know, you're in a place of creating the world that you want. So, you know, again, if you're giving your energy away to places or things that are draining you, take all that power back. If there's some ritual that you need to do to take your power back, then do that. You know, and don't worry so much. And this is something else I'm teaching my students in the Art of Tarot course is to, you know, don't be so quick to go into the instant gratification world of Googling, you know, Googling all the answers. I mean, I do that too, but the real power comes from within. You know, that sounds cliche as fuck, but it's true. The real power and the real master is within. Don't look outside for answers. Go deep, go inside. And the tarot really helps us to interact with the unconscious mind, you know, because it brings the unconscious conscious. So yeah, real power is what's found within. And those rituals that you create, you know, when you create them spontaneously, those are the ones that really matter. So whatever comes to you right now, you know, if this is you wanting to feel more powerful, more creative, find that compass, find the emotional responses that energize, that uplift you, that invigorate you with joy. You know, and really be mindful of that. I invite you to do that throughout the day, throughout the week, you know, for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life, right? Don't be vampirized by others. Protect your energy, protect your power. Be around people and places that energize. And you'll be more optimal for everything. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry I didn't say too much for this, but I feel like less is more. And especially with this card, this is, again, about really being mindful of your words, because we spell cast, right? That's where spelling comes from. The phony Phoenicians, they were magicians. And the English language is full of power if we know how to use it wisely, right? So I'll leave you with this. Instead of saying good morning, which, you know, mourning, what are you mourning? Like, whose death are you mourning? That's such a morbid thing to say. Say good day, or like happy sunshine, or whatever. Just be very mindful of how you use your words, and, you know that you are a powerful magi and that you are always creating. And this is the message coming through with the Empress card, because she is the creatrix. She's the divine creatrix. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of your energy. And I love you all so much. Take care.